Hello, wherever and whenever you are, and welcome back to the Snout of Omgar, this little jungle paradise off the south coast of Chult. That's very unassuming, non-perilous part of the Forgotten Realms. I'm sure some of you have had lovely vacations here in Tomb of Annihilation, and it is an absolute pleasure to be back here with all of you. A huge hello to everyone who's already joining us. Smart Geek, good to see you. Nixon Cuts, welcome back. Good to have you in again. And Marin too, hello. So, everyone else as well, thank you for joining us live. It's an absolute pleasure to have you all here, and we are very excited after taking a week off last week, so we are very, very keen to jump back in to all of this stuff going on here. As I turn the music down a little bit. Chill. Okay, there we go. Now, not only do we say a big hi hello to all of you fantastic people who are already here, but also to those of you catching up with the VOD in the VOD squad. Thank you so much for carrying on and following our adventures whenever you get the chance to do so. It is an absolute pleasure to have you here with us. Now, also, we would like to say a huge thank you to those fantastic people over at Sirenscape. Those awesome Australians, which we also have awesome Australians here today as well, but more awesome Australians than you can shake a stick at, as Sirenscape is producing and supplying all of the incredible sound effects, music, and other things going on, allowing me to play this music that you are hearing and all the other things that you'll hear tonight all over the world, as we have a very spread out group of players here on Phoenix Iwaki, and it is almost instantaneous. And a big hello to Aftermath, how you doing? And then you can play all of their official D&D stuff, Pathfinder stuff. Oh, speaking of Sirenscape, there is the lady herself. Hello, Vicky, welcome, good to see you. Now, as we are enjoying all of these sounds, yes, there is D&D, there is Pathfinder, there is Call of Cthulhu, there are a bunch of board game stuff, there is fantasy, sci-fi, all kinds of things that you can get access to for free. If you want to try them out, head on over there to sirenscape.com and give them a go. And if you fall in love like we have, which you very might well, you can become a Super Siren subscriber and have access to all of that in your games, be they face-to-face, virtual, or otherwise. So please give them a try if you are able. Now, speaking of music, Sirenscape has lots of fantastic stuff, but we also like to use some other things as well. The incredible YouTube channels Dark Fantasy Studio, Travis Savoy, and Epic Journey have incredible music for you to use in your games, as well as on Patreon, the incredible Will Savino. This music is from Travis Savoy on YouTube. It is from his Tomb of Annihilation Chulton soundtrack. He has soundtracks for Tomb of Annihilation, Curse of Strahd, Descent into Avernus, A Rhyme with the Frost Maiden. I really recommend testing that. Even if you're not playing those campaigns, it is just lovely music, which you can use in little side projects like this. Now, other things to say thank you for. Thinking. Well, first and foremost, you got last and foremost, I guess, where we are right now. It is our absolute pleasure, if you look down here below me, our absolute pleasure to have the incredible CZRPG sponsoring this miniature summer campaign. And speaking of sponsorships, that means that one of you lucky people will have the opportunity to win a copy of his Encounters in Chult, a very thematic thing for this adventure that we are on, as you can what's the word I'm looking for, come across all kinds of undead and dinosaurs and other mysterious encounters that are available to run across in Chult, thanks to his incredible stuff. A good friend of the channel here. News coming at the end of tonight about some exciting things that we are doing with CZRPG in the near future, but we will get that at the end of tonight's session. So before that, let me start the giveaway. I'm going to get this fired up. If you are able to and wish to get your hands on this incredible supplement from this multi-bestseller on the DM's Guild, then please do so. I am going to be starting it right now. Here we go, here we go, here we go. It has started. It's going to go up in chat. There's a delay. Boom. Yes, the entries are open. There. Okay. Let me type our little thing here. Boop. Give away. Boom. There it is. Oh, very good. Aftermath. Straight out of the gate. Yes. Hey, Bolly. Good to see you as always. Okay. So there we go. Type in exclamation enter as demonstrated by two of our lovely viewers already, and you will have the opportunity to win. And we will announce that at the end, along with the other exciting news about CZRPG. Now, let me just quickly head over here and let in our little kobold. There's a little kobold scratching and knocking at the door as our final player, Waku, has arrived. We have to be nice to him. He's hobbling along. he got to his computer as quickly as possible, dragging himself through the rainy Tokyo night. But here he comes. So, just we're going to be slightly janky for a moment. Just allow me to sort the windows. Yeah. All over the place. Okay, so bear with me just a moment as I get everyone in the right places. Speaking of getting everyone in the right place, I should let them talk and introduce themselves while I do this. Although, that's going to be confusing for you because everyone's going to be in the wrong place. So, I'm just going to do this very quickly as I talk about other things. I hope you're able to join us. Things are ramping up very nicely on Phoenix Ueki at the moment. I was just chatting with our players before. We have some very exciting things going on coming up at the end of August and the start of September. Just the way it's worked out, we have the end of Strahd Season 1 coming up very soon. We have the end of Descent into Avernus completely, finale, kaput, coming up also very, very soon. And once I'm sad to say, summer vacation on the Snout of Omgar is over, we will be returning to the frozen north. A shock to the system as we plunge back into the icy realms of Icewind Dale to continue Season 2 of our Rime of the Frost Maiden campaign. All of that coming in the next few weeks over here. So do stick around as I do this. Boop. Ta-da. Okay, there we go. Everyone is in the right place. Now, let us catch you all up and get back to where we were just a couple of weeks ago. Where are we at here? Boom. Last time we were here, the party were down in the depths of the Shrine of the Fangs, a pyramid that was once a temple of Bast, the Mulan god of vengeance and our paladin's god of choice. They did battle against the leader of the cult of the Black Earth, a Medusa named Thalia. They all worked together, none of them got petrified, and they defeated this cultist and stopped their evil plans here. Then they were attracted by the shine of gold, shinies to be had, treasures to be found in a tunnel to the north as they crept through between the sarcophagi that were lining the old priests of Bast that were lining the corridors here. And they found a beautiful gold Bast statuette that Waku snatched up for his hoard, but it released a gigantic ball of force which roared down the corridor, causing them to leap out of the way and jump for their lives as they tried to get away. But they were able to avoid it and survive the onslaught and get back into the main room. Then they paid penance to Bast, clearing out the last of the nasty Yuan Ti that had defiled his temple, and delivering some of the ashes of the Medusa to his altar as they helped themselves to the promised treasure that they were to take for their efforts here. And then let's make sure I'm not missing anything here. Yeah, that's when they left and went back up to the surface, into the jungle once more, blinking in the tropical sun. And as they went through the jungle, headed back towards the turtle village of Ahoy Hoy, they heard a vast crashing and thrashing, and something huge was coming through the trees. They did not know what it was, what was coming towards them, and they all hid. Well, Wanda tried to, very poorly, but the rest of them hid rather well, and they got out of the way, and as a group they managed to succeed. And as they were hiding, peering out from the jungle foliage, they saw a massive coniferous tree that had come trumping through the forest, being careful not to damage anything, and it seemed to be looking for them, as it was calling out to them, two of them in particular by name, as they came across the treant, Teresa.
Wanda! Kadash! Wanda! Kadash! Where are you?
And as they decided this was probably a friendly thing, they burst from cover and they're like, are you here from Sylvanas? And it turned out that, yes, Teresa was sent by Sylvanas, the god of nature, that is followed by Wanda, our druid, and Kadesh, our total friend here. And that is where we left things as we finished up 2 weeks ago. Now, it was quite a ride. Koa was kind of zoned out and missed most of that, as AJ was unfortunately unable to join us last time. But please, let us introduce ourselves. Having heard all of that and got yourself back to where we were when we last were here on the Snout of Omgar, let us say, who are you? Who are you playing? And where are they at right at this moment? Koa, please.
Hello, I'm AJ Winters. I am from Winter's Tales, my new company, and you can find me there. My character tonight is Koa Venna, the Kalashtar barbarian.
Yes.
Who is currently Venna leaning and hopefully will return to Koa over time.
Yes, Venna, the Kalashtar's quarry spirit, took over as she raged and battled against the Medusa. But that threat has gone, and the rage is gently simmering down and down. Waku! As you shove your mouthful of food, I quickly jump over to Shadov.
Alright, so my name is Chase. I'm playing Lorendra Shadov, Paladin of Vengeance. Yeah. And we just finished killing some evil Medusas. It was tough, but in God's name, so I'm pretty happy about that. We ran into some giant tree, and that was a little scary for me, but it's great. They're friends with some of these guys, so we're chilling.
It's like disturbing that every time you say, it's like, in Bast we trust, there's a question mark on it, but yeah, it's fine. Now, Waku, are you done stuffing your face with your treasure hoard?
Momentarily. Hi, I'm Josh. I play Waku here on Tuesdays right now. Waku is, of course, a little kobold that's really excited to get treasure. Got some secrets, of course, but we'll get to those. He's really excited. He thinks Teresa is just like the best name that we've come up with for a long time.
I told you don't mention the secrets. The secrets.
You told me not to mention you. Not. Oh, okay. That's fine. Anyway, I'm a great and powerful spellcaster, so.
Noted.
Please be scared. Nice.
Please be scared. So politely threatening. Okay, Wanda, please.
Hi, I'm Aelin. I play Wander, the Fearbold Grave Cleric, and they're pretty excited to get a message from Sylvanas.
Indeed. Thank you. And last but not least, Kidash.
Hi everyone, I'm Andy and I'm playing the Portal Druid, Kidash. I'm very excited to be out of the Dark Temple and out back into nature. And along with Wanda, very excited to see, I guess, an avatar or a representative of Sylvanas. So looking forward to seeing what we can do for Teresa.
Indeed. Thank you. Okay, and I saw CZ there in chat. Welcome in, sir. It's good to have you. Thank you so much for your support. And everyone, do jump in on our giveaway to get yourself a copy of all of that fantastic stuff. And Texas Zomboy, welcome to the hobby. I saw that in chat there. Sorry, deep in the intros and stuff there. But yes, listen to Aftermath, for they are wise in the ways of D&D. Now, let us continue as we left things off. I think, Koa, let's go to you, because you are kind of coming back to yourself. And you look around, and you're no longer in the cool stone interior of the pyramids, but back in the teeming jungle with those sounds just around you, just the buzz of life, the insects, the birds, other animals off in the jungle trees, in the canopy. And as you peer from your hiding spot with Waku and Shadov, you see Wonder and Kadash emerged in full view out on the trail that you had cut through to the temple before. And you see them addressing a tree.
Okay. What happened?
Waku,
Why is there a talking tree?
I heard him calling for them, I think.
The tree talks?
Oh,
Why
yeah.
does the tree talk?
You've never seen a talking tree?
No.
Well, me neither, but well, this is the first time.
Okay. Well, good. Let's see how they do, yeah?
I mean, I think Kadash can handle it. Maybe Wander too.
Oh, sure. Sure.
He seems like he's pretty smart with, the nature stuff.
What happened in the temple?
Oh, we killed them?
Oh, good.
But you lost your mind.
You were there.
What? Yes.
Who has our platinum ball? Did we bring that with us?
Shadov and Koa have it at the moment, yes.
I had what?
You didn't notice the platinum ball?
Oh, yes. This.
Yes, it's great.
Is this crucial? Do I put it back in my bag? Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's a good idea.
Sometimes when I rage or get into a state, I black out. And I no longer remember what I did before.
Well, you chopped real good.
Usually, yes, I do. I have been known to murder quite well, quite suspiciously. No, shush. I don't want to talk to you right now, okay? You don't take over a body and then keep talking in their ear like that. So this ball, do we take it somewhere? Is
worth a lot of
You're
money.
a merchant.
A merchant. Okay.
Made of pure platinum.
Okay.
They tell me it's worth a lot, so I was interested.
Yes. I would not know. So,
Me neither.
Talking tree.
Talking tree. Yes.
I think its name is Teresa.
Tree.
That was my response too.
I get it. Great.
And as they are summoned there, we shall cut back to Wonder and Kadash, stood in the clearing, cut through by Koa, as you crane your necks up at this towering friend that you have made.
Almighty Teresa.
Not very mighty. More of a sapling, really.
We are heading back to Ahoy Hoy now, but we are planning to head north. There's more temples that need to be restored to their natural state. Do you have any
Yes.
information about the northern temples?
Oh, it is not temples that you need to concern yourself with right now. You must go to the other focuses of the elements. You have cleared this first location. This was the portal of Earth. But you have yet to go to the portals of wind, fire, and water. But don't go in that order, that'll be a very bad idea. The nearest one is that of fire. It is called the Mud Pits of Flail. It is very popular with your turtle friends.
Mud pits.
A bit alkaline for me, mate. I don't like to spend too much time there. Yeah, these bugs. Oh, I think I have a bee's nest. I'm sorry, stay back, stay back. I'll try not to let them sting you. Now, when you have rested, please make your way to the mud pits. I have been sent. Sylvanus requested I aid you. So I shall go there and scout out ahead of your arrival.
Can you mark it on our map? Is it on our map here?
Oh yes, yes, it's right there. And speaking of the map, I still have to talk in the voice because the voice mod is on. Here you go. It's right here.
I can do this here. Just take the voice off. And Teresa points to the map, which takes a little time to load in. Bear with us, folks. Come on, roll 20. You can do it. Here we are.
Come on. Okay, don't hold me there, is it? It's right about in the middle of all that green there. I like green.
Me too.
There's some very nice trees there. Chaff Hunter. Chaff Hunter's a lovely tree. Haven't seen them for a while. I should go and say hello.
Ow, stop it. Sorry. Had to open there. Okay, so. Kidosh, yes.
So is everyone ready to head back to Hoi Hoi and then off to the mud pits of Florb?
Indeed. So, Texas Zomboy, a subscription to this. Thank you so much. Welcome, welcome. Good to have you. Thank you so much. Welcome along. I hope you enjoy your time. That said, actually, Texas Zomboy, I need to do this. Everyone, if you are a follower of the channel, do keep an eye on your Twitch whispers, as I will send you an invite to our followers Discord, where you can get sneak peeks and stuff of things coming along. I'll give you a sneak peek of this map, which will probably get to you before Roll20 gets it to you. Okay. Anyway.
Working on my Roll20.
I know mine is slow. My internet's doing a lot.
That's fair.
It's doing the work. It's putting in the hours. Right. So yes, as you kind of like raise a hand in salute, and Koa Waku Shadow, if you step out of the trees there. Oh, sorry, Texas, a resubscription there. Thank you so much. Oh, legend. Thank you. And as you
Put that knife away.
Is he talking tree? I want to have weapon now, yes?
No messenger of a god is not a necessarily reason for a knife.
Every reason is a reason for a knife.
Can't really fault that, no.
Ancient barbarian saying.
I'll put it away. It's fine.
Okay. So, as Teresa clumps off, hey, there it is, in the direction of the mud pits of Flob, as you can now see on your map, you see them vanishing into the jungle, away to the west, as you make your way south along the trail that you had created already, and that leads you directly back to Ahoy Hoy on the southern coast there. So, it's an easy journey. You are not accosted by anything. You think that Sylvanus may be watching over you in this lush, natural place. And before long, the trees starts to thin, and you find yourselves emerging a little ways down the beach near Koa's little shipwreck hut. And you find yourselves once more in sight of the shell-studded walls of Ahoy Hoy. Is there anything you would like to do as you're back in the village there?
I think for other people, they were needing to, sleep, take a rest, as it were.
Yes, I could nap.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
As you-
only,
Sorry.
What?
Sadov, yeah?
yeah, I only need 4 hours for a full rest, so I'll hit the hot springs.
And AJ, you were saying sorry? Koa?
I will hunt fish. Fish? You want fish for dinner? No one? Anyone?
Sign me up.
Sure, yeah, fish. Yeah, great.
I make a mean steamed fish in banana leaf. It's good nutrition.
Okay. So yeah, Koa, you head out, and there are a few turtles sat along the jetties and things on the edge of the village there, and they welcome you, and they pass you a spare rod. And the rest of you are welcomed back warmly as all of the various turtles recognize you from earlier today. You just been gone for a day, although much longer in the real world here. But you arrive back, and Wanda, a medium to kind of upper age looking turtle comes over, and they address you as you arrive. Wanda, wasn't it?
That is what I'm called.
We are glad your wanderings have brought you back. I wanted to say thank you for giving such a fine send-off.
That is my calling.
Gessa was ever the curious one, and he was very, very appreciative, I know, of something new at the end of his days.
Did he mention wanting to have his bones on this island or elsewhere?
Well, if the prophecy is to be believed, he can be laid to rest here and still experience a great many places.
And if the prophecy is true, what will the village do, or how does that work for y'all?
It will no longer be able to be used as a hatchery, as turtles will not be able to come back to it, not knowing where it is, but it will always be a haven. And I'm sure that many of our kind will be drawn to Omgar if they are returned to us.
We'll do our best.
nods slowly and comes over to Kadash and kind of clasps your upper arms. Welcome home.
Yeah,
Are you soon to wander again?
I've only been here a day, but it is starting to feel like a home. Do you have any information about the mud pits of Florb? I hear it's such a beautiful place and everyone enjoys.
Yes, it is. There is something very rejuvenating, very relaxing about spending time in the hot mud pools. Does wonders for the scales. But I'm afraid we haven't been able to go for a while.
Why is that?
Have your travels ever taken you to the mainland of Chult?
Yes.
To the cities or into the jungle?
I've traveled up the Sword Coast. Yes. Mainly on the coast.
I see. If you had gone into the heart of Chult, you would know there is a great many dangers. Not least terrible undeath stalking the jungles. And I'm afraid some of those creatures have found their way across the waters to our island. And more of them have been seen. And they, in their cold, desolate unlife, were drawn to the heat, drawn to the vitality of the mud pits. And it is too dangerous to go there now. For us, but not for great warriors and adventurers such as the Five.
Yes, surely the Five shall clear the mud pits and let the turtles have their spot of leisure again. I will gather the Five after we have rested, and we will investigate the mud pits of Florb.
You have our thanks. And he nods and slowly meanders away. And Charlie, thank you so much for some new inspiration for Shadov. You are re-inspired, sir. Cheers, Charlie. Good to see you. Now, unless there is anything particularly you would like to do, you have a restful time here and a delicious evening meal. There is a marketplace if you wish to peruse and spend some of the coins that you got. The turtles are well known for getting things from other visitors and selling them on to different visitors because they don't need any of it.
Should we offload this platinum?
Waku? You okay? He's gonna steal from your
Personally,
hoard.
do not want to carry it around, but if it is such a valuable to the small creature, then why not hide it? Sell it later on mainland or something.
I like that. So on the mainland, get some more money. More.
I can
You
keep
can-
it in my house.
Oh, good idea. Speaking of money, did we ever just say how much?
A lot.
A lot?
Yes.
Then
Oh,
Waku
Texas, thank you.
spends exactly none of it.
Okay. Everyone, there was a share. Shadov gave his share to Waku, But Koa, Wonder, and Kadash, you received a share of the bounty.
I also gave mine to Waku.
Oh,
As did I.
oh. Kadash, I
We're
mean,
just kobolds.
I think we should be responsible then and have a look at the market and see if there's anything we need.
you are truly a well-traveled turtle. You do actually need stuff. Okay, where was it? Hang on, let me find it again.
Well,
Yep.
if I spend any money, I will never become a dragon. So like, I can't.
Noted.
Is there any place selling potions or anything of interest that's not just street food?
Roll me a D100. And Texas, thanks for the generosity.
16.
16. Good. Okay. You do manage to get your hands on a potion of healing. Yes.
Just one?
And just the one, I'm afraid. Yeah, it's very, very thin on the ground here. They can't make anything themselves, so it's just something that they found, like, it was washed up. They were disappointed because there was no message in the bottle. They just kind of threw it in the corner. But yeah, there are various other things here. There's a couple of merchants with various things, knickknacks and things spread out in front of them. There are, you see, there's some beautiful red bloodhawk feathers. A covered basket. When you go to have a look, they quickly push it back down as they say, it has poisonous snakes inside. Some beautiful ornamental shells and coral from the bay. Lovely fresh coconuts from the trees, but yeah, just pick your own. Don't need to go buy them. And a couple of interesting things. There's a wooden cage with a very comfortable looking baboon sat in it. Just kind of like slowly picking fleas from himself and having a quick snack in the dying light of the afternoon. And this same person has a couple of creatures in cages here. They have another one, a little 5-pound wooden cage there with one of the rare flying snakes of the region inside. And they also have a giant lizard, which seems to be very tame. It's not caged up or anything. It's just lolling around in the last of the sunlight on the edge of the stall there. And a corral at the back has more of a dangerous beast in it, as seems to be yet untrained. But there is a large axe beak, kind of ostrich, even bigger than that maybe, sized thing. The massive kind of axe blade beak on the front, which can be used to ride. They're quite popular up in Icewind Dale for riding about on, where Waku originally came from. And there's a very nice diamond, which Waku would love to add to his hoard, if he were able. A couple of bits and bobs, some very beautiful, iridescently coloured shell fragments, which, Wanda, could you give me a nature check?
That's an 11.
An 11? It's okay. It was over a 10 was enough. We lost Andy there. 2 seconds, everyone. You recognize these iridescent parts of the fragments of shell to be from a flail snail. A very, very rare and exotic creature, which is much, much sought after.
What is a flail snail?
A flail snail is a very, bizarre beast which can bewitch you and enchant you and confuse you with iridescent patterns and swirling lights that it can generate with its shell. And I'm trying to remember the monster manual entry. The parts of the shell can be used to make some magical items. They're sought after for that. But you need to also make the item. Cheers, Charlie. Now, hang on, let me shift you around there, as we had a slight relocation of folks. Sorry. Bear with me. There we go. And Shadow, go back. There we go. Okay, so, anything, sorry, how much of that did you actually hear, Andy? The person who's actually looking at this kind of stuff dropped out of the call. And has again?
Yeah, I think
No!
we lost Andy again.
Not tech goblins. Rude. Come back to us.
Oh, hello.
That looks good. Promising. Okay, you good? Okay. How much of that do you actually hear?
You're muted. Andy, you're muted.
Muted, mate. Muted.
There was
Okay, there we go.
some sort of ostrich type thing.
Yes.
And then it was like 2 minutes of nothing. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, large ostrich, untrained, axe-beak, a riding animal that's not trained at the moment, so a bit dangerous to buy at the moment. A massive diamond, and some iridescent flail snail shell fragments, which are used for making magical items. And some beautiful pearls from the bay. Hey, Bosworth.
Quite the menagerie.
All kinds of things.
Would I have a use for the pearls other than as something pretty to look at? Are they used as reagent or?
I think you need one for identify. I want to say identify. They basically they're put in here if you're a wizard looking for some ingredients. The diamond is for revivify.
So it's a 300 gold diamond.
Okay, this is a 500.
Oh, that's raised dead.
Oh, nice. That's a big one. We've got enough undead already.
Oh no.
We don't need more of them.
Do I have enough money for that?
Not for the diamond, I don't think. It's if you used all of the coinage from your share, yes. But
No.
flying
That
snake,
pearl,
domesticated
and
giant lizard.
shiny cell.
What about
Hey,
the
Spinner.
baboon?
It looks pretty comfortable. I don't think it wants to go on an adventure.
Also, the good thing about seeing all these animals is that the druid can then turn into them.
Yes. You see Wanda just staring intently for a couple of hours, studying their movements.
Cleric.
Walk does have to get the pearl, though.
You want to get one of the pills? They're 100 each.
Well, he knows identify, so he needs the pearls.
There you go. There's a bag of 10 of them. Maybe just grab the one.
I mean, the transfer rate. Basically, I'm just condensing 100 gold down into
Yep.
pearl-sized
Right.
pieces.
Easier to carry. Yeah. let's wait. Okay. So you tell me if there's anything of that you want. Just give me a shout, and I can let you know how much. I mean, it doesn't. You have enough to buy the stuff that's there because you got a ton of treasure from that pyramid.
Yeah, Waku just gets the pearls.
Okay. Shadov?
I'm broke. I gave all my cash to my kobold friend who I accidentally wounded.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, it's true. I have a lot of money.
Okay, so
I'm
you rest up.
I'm Waku, the great, powerful, and rich.
So you all rest up. Lovely meal. Bed down on mats. The sound of the ocean, very soothing. It's a very calm sea at the moment, and as the gulls do eventually shut up, and you can have a restful night's sleep, and everyone may take the benefits of a long rest. So on D&D Beyond, just click the long rest and then the confirm button, and that will get you back everything that you were missing in your miraculous adventure away. Right. So, the next morning, after some coconuts, mango, and the leftover steamed banana leaf fish, you head off once more, away from the beach and into the green interior of the island. Now, this way is much easier, you find, because, as you can see on the map there is a trail from Ahoy Hoy to the mud pits, as it is a popular route to take for the Totals, at least it was. So, this is a rather pleasant stroll as you make your way along this trail towards the mud pits of Florb. Is there anything that you would like to talk about on the way before we arrive?
This is almost too easy.
Mud pits of Florb are, going back to what Teresa told us, is the element of fire. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. We have
There wasn't a fire pits?
I mean, it's probably boiling, like kind of hot, so like they probably dip it. Probably fire under it. I think.
Yes, maybe the mud is too hot. You are all extremely quiet. You know that?
Just
I've-
contemplating.
I've literally never heard that before in my life.
This tree god just got me thinking.
You're gonna convert?
It's a fern god?
No, are you going to convert? Are you going to switch?
There would be some blasphemous curses, I assume.
Well, I mean, you already desecrated the.
That was a one-off exception of life and death peril, and I think that's not to hold it against me.
It has been remedied.
And it has been remedied. Wahoo!
You hope.
I don't really understand religion, so it's okay.
Neither. I do not get it. Spirits are spirits. There's no other.
Can I see any sign of Teresa or any large coniferous trees in the area?
Any
Carnivorous.
large coniferous trees.
Oh, carnivorous.
In the,
Sorry.
In the
There's a
otherwise.
carnivorous. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, Teresa's just like got like half of a knoll sticking out of his mouth. What?
It's a Venus fly spruce. As you you carry on your way, you are not able to see any coniferous trees at the moment. It's all, we're down in the lowlands here. There are, rises and the odd peak jutting up out of the jungle, but mostly a different type, down from the highlands, away from that kind of tree. So you do think she would stick out rather a lot, but no sights just yet. Now, who has... Let me just check something here. Okay, Kidash. You first, but all of you, even Shadov with his passive perception of 9, because I rolled very badly on my stealth check. You are aware at one point of something following your progress in the trees.
Can we
behind
look
us.
up?
Do you guys notice that?
There's the occasional break of a branch, the rustle of leaves. Doesn't sound like a very large creature, but more than one, you would say. And on both sides of the trail.
I throw a dagger.
Okay, make an attack with disadvantage.
Of course.
11.
11. There's no screech or howl of pain or anything, I'm afraid. Rather satisfying thunk as it hits a tree.
And it's daytime, right?
Yeah, this is like early morning. Wonder?
And they're in the shadows of the trees.
You assume? Out of sight.
How close are these sounds?
Give me a perception check.
Right. 17.
Nice. About 50 feet off in the trees, but getting closer.
Great. Okay, I would like to activate my Eyes of the Grave.
Okay.
So, as an action, I know the location of any undead within 60 feet of me that isn't behind total cover and isn't protected by divination magic until the end of my next turn.
Okay, and sorry, the range on that again?
60 feet.
Okay. You detect the presence of, you think, 12 undead creatures? Getting closer.
Oh, they're undead. 12 of them.
That's potent. Should we make a break for it? Do you guys want to fight this out?
I'm used to killing things, but it's up to you. We could run to the mud pits.
Oh, I think they'll chase us. We should probably kill them. Well, can you kill undead? Wander, you're probably the expert here.
They should be laid to rest.
Actually,
Do we have
Wonder,
to
is that the
burn their
first time you've
bones?
used something like that?
Hmm?
Is that the first time?
In this game, yes.
Yeah. It's not as strong. It's just a trace. But there's something about Waku as well.
Wander just stares at Waku, just maybe a little uncomfortably long. Doesn't say anything.
Huh? You okay? Can we kill the bad things?
Yeah, we should probably lay them to rest.
It's a
Okay.
very poetic way to put that. I'm going to say that now every time I kill something.
This is the natural way.
Laid to rest. You know.
Okay. So, let me. We're going to go theater of the mind on this one. We're not actually using a map here, okay? This is just happening along the trail as you are making your way towards those mud pits there. So I will just pop you on the map here instead. Oop. How big are you? Don't be giants, don't be giant, don't be giant. Okay, good. There's a little Koa. And a Kidash. And a Shadow Wolf. And a Waku. No wonder. I didn't get Kidash. Kidash, come here. There you go. There, okay. So, let us roll for initiative, just so that we are ready, because you are all ready for whatever is coming closer. Although, Wonder, you do... Cheers, Pith. You do sense that actually some of them seem to just veer off at one point. and disappear in a different direction. But there are still 8 of the undead essences nearby, and Waku.
Okay.
At least one of us has good initiative.
Wander will alert the group that they seem to be moving past us somewhere.
Okay.
Or they're circling around to attack us from either side.
Either way, should be ready.
Be ready, indeed. Okay, so what do you do here? Do you circle up in the path? It's quite wide, leisurely kind of meandering trail here. Are you circling together? Are you going into the trees? What do you want to do? They're not right up on you here. Cole, what was your roll?
-7.
Okay.
Are undead hurt by restorative magic?
Wanda, you would know.
Not typically. They don't really
Ain't
like
that just the way?
radiant magic, though.
That's true. Okay, so. All right. As you bunch up, looking in all directions, both sides of the trail, you all start to hear it now. The breaking of twigs and the rustle of leaves as something small seems to be coming towards you through the dense jungle foliage. And Wanda, what would you like to do to prepare, if anything?
I think I'm just gonna... A lot of the stuff is like within a certain range. So...
Okay.
The smaller creature... Can I attempt to, like, I don't know, perceive them, or...
I mean, they're getting closer. Yeah, you can still, with that feeling you got from before, they're drawing closer and closer. You know, like within like 30 feet now. Just off beyond the tree line.
And do I get the kind of, I guess, the impression that this is like their leader?
They all give off the same kind of feeling.
Okay.
And they all sound similar.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
Just see if anything seems hinky.
Okay, please. And the range on that?
30. I don't think it's 30 feet. No, it is 30 feet.
There you go. Nice. Well remembered.
Since the presence within 30 feet of you
Okay.
of magic, you can see like a faint aura around creatures or objects that bear magic and learn their school of magic, if any.
Just the items you have with you, I'm afraid. You become very aware that the potion that Kadash found is a healing potion.
Just
And
to backtrack a little bit,
Shadow's
we
cool
found
sword.
some potions in the horde.
Yes, there was one of them was also a potion of healing, and one was a potion of hill giant strength.
Okay.
You
Thank you.
now discover as you detect magic over them. And I think you had discovered at the point there as well. Okay, so yeah, you got those. And then moving on, Shadow, anything? What do you do?
I'm gonna Sacred Flame.
There's nothing visible at the moment.
Okay, well then I will Fairy Fire.
I mean, you can hold your action, so like as soon as they break the tree line, you could cast it. Okay. If you
I
hold an
will do
action,
that.
that keeps your
I will
that keeps
hold
your
an
place in the turn order. Yeah. And then you just have to say what you want to do and then what is the trigger for that action. So casting Sacred Flame.
And they're circled around us?
It sounds like it, yeah. Coming from all directions through the...
I'll save my Sacred Flame.
Okay, until one becomes visible?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you. Waku, what you do?
We're gonna touch our friend Shadov, and we're gonna give him resistance.
To
Resistance, the spell.
Okay. Please tell Chase what has happened to him.
Waku touches Shadov on the shoulder and he says, you got it, big guy. Go ahead, don't die. That would suck. And like some arcane magic swirls around his staff and then starts to swirl around Shadov, going through his hand. And the next time you need to make a save, you can add a d4 to it, and you can choose to roll that d4 before or after.
Okay. Nice. Cool. Okay, thank you very much. Now, what are you doing, Koa?
Prepare yourself.
Koa is going to hold her action and slash down one of the oncoming enemies if they are in the range.
Okay, so an attack if they are
Yes.
within range. Noted. Okay. And you hear Venner in the back of your head saying, What are you waiting for? Let's go. Take the fight to them. Kill. Okay. And Kirash, what you doing?
Okay, I'm glad I'm still here because I just cut out again for like a minute.
Hold on.
Prepare a thunder wave in case someone. It's only 15 feet range, I think.
Yep,
Yeah.
so if one comes running at you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I will send a thunder wave.
Okay, noted. Right, so as we get to the end of the turn, because their initiative is 4, so nicely tucked in at the end of the round there. Bursting from the trees, you see 6 creatures, one chittering and kind of gnashing and raking out with claws as it comes bursting through the leaves towards each of you, except on Wonder, there are 2. So, as the 6 of them come bursting from the trees and charging towards you, this is what you see. Yeah. They are small in stature, with rags of clothing, long forgotten, hanging from their emaciated waists, their large skulls and their glowing white eyes shining as they come charging towards this life force that they have found wandering through the jungle. And they come charging at you. So, Shadov, if you would like to do your spell on the one closest to you.
Can I target the one closest to Wander?
You can, one of the extra ones, absolutely, yeah.
Yes, and it is radiant damage, which is bonus.
Let me double check. I mean,
I love the way you asked that.
do the attack, and then we'll see how it affects the creature.
All right.
Sacred Flame is a dex save for the DM.
Thank you. So, natural 1. Terrible.
Hey!
Terrible rolling today.
It jumps out right into the flame. Shadov is like, he had his action prepared to come for whatever comes at him, and he casts it right. But the one that was going for Wander just jumps right into it.
My brother!
Yeah. So roll me the damage on that, Shadov.
2.
2 damage. Okay. So that crashes into them and burns them a little, but does not seem to do more damage than you would hope. So maybe not a thing for these ones as they come chittering and dashing forward. Okay, and Koa, one of them does come within range of you, so you can attack before it gets to you.
18.
Hits.
Is 9 points of damage.
Oof, okay. It is on its last legs already as you just lash out. What's the weapon here?
Great axe. I cleave into it.
Chop. And any other foe would just be instantly toppled by this, but it keeps coming, it keeps moving and like spilling off the blade almost and rolling towards you.
Ew.
Mission accomplished. Okay. Any other held actions there? Kirash, what was yours again? Sorry.
Thunderwave.
Oh yes, go.
Okay, I will cast Thunderwave level 1.
Is there a save from me?
Let me have a look. Save is Constitution 13.
All right, thank you. Nope. Still horrible. So full damage.
Full damage 2d8.
Okay.
Roll that. Seven plus 3, 10 damage.
10. Okay, again, very, very damaged as this is cacophonous. And Kadash thunts their staff into the ground.
The Thunderwave also pushes it back 10 feet.
All right, thank you. Okay, so yeah, the little thing is sent spiraling and crashing back into the edge of the trees, but it does unfortunately claw its way to its feet and start coming again. Now, that was everything, I believe. So, right, Wanda? Yeah, nothing from you. Okay, yes. So they get within range and attack you, lunging towards you with those nasty, almost something seeping from the claws as they reach out towards you. And Waku, the one that is on you, gets, now I roll well, 23.
You know, that's a hit.
Okay, you take 6 slashing damage.
Oof.
Sorry, max. And also 3 poison for 9 total. Everyone added their new HP, yeah? For the new level. I think we had it on automatic, right? Okay, so that is 9 damage total, and I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
Not what I wanted to hear. 7.
7. Oof. That claw rakes across you, and you feel it sting as poison enters the wound, and you are poisoned
Okay.
until the end of your next turn. So, for those following along at home and myself, poisoned means that you have disadvantage on attacks and ability checks. Now, that's yours. Koa, the one comes towards you and gets 18.
It's.
Okay.
But
So
I
that-
just fixed my hit points and I
Yes.
rolled 12.
Nice, Max. Okay, you take 4 slashing and 1 poison. So 5 total.
Nothing.
And a Constitution saving throw, please.
Yes.
As it's like that. Something like that.
Oof. 11.
11 is just enough. Meets it, beats it. And you are okay. Now, moving on. Yeah, Barbarian Constitution. Where do we got here? Wanda. Two of our little friends come scrabbling their way towards you. That is going to be a natural 1 and a 2. They do not manage to attack, as they seem to be, if not overly damaged by the sacred magic from Shadov, they are perturbed by it, it seems. And Kidash, the one is trying to get to you, is not able to get within combat range because of being blasted back by your thunder wave. But Shadov, Paladin of Bast, one of them comes scrabbling and screeching towards you for 18.
Oh, bloody hell.
Sounds good. Okay, excellent. So that is 3 slashing as its claws rake into you, and 3 poison. So a total of 6 damage.
Do I get resistance from diseases? Is that a disease?
It's not a disease, I'm afraid. No, just poison.
No.
Okay, good question. No, good question. And give me that Constitution saving throw. Top left of your character sheet is the saving throws.
Thanks. I was like, I don't know where that is. Right.
I'm on it.
14.
That's okay. Yes, the poison starts to sting and burn, but it does not affect your system. Like poor little Waku, he's such a small buddy, it gets around the system so much faster.
That's true.
And that is the end of the turn there, and that brings us back.
No need to even use the resistance.
Back to the top. Wanda, what would you like to do? Shadov, you'll be next. Remember, everyone has inspiration if you want to use it.
I'd like to cast a Lesser Restoration on Waku.
Okay. Does that cure the poison?
It does.
Nice. What does it look like,
good.
please, Wanda?
Thanks.
Uh,
I feel much better.
basically just kind of like, you see this kind of like moss extend out of like Wander's hand, and it just kind of like sucks the poison out and then just drops to the ground.
Nice. And it curls and blackens and dies, unfortunately. But Waku is restored.
Yep.
Congratulations. Thank you. Anything else?
Let's see. Bonus action. I think I've got
wait.
anything. Yeah, I'll just that's me done.
Okay, thank you. Shadov. With Waku up next.
All right. I'm going to use a bonus action for Thunderous Smite
Okay.
and swing some swords
Go for it.
at. Am I still in range of the ones attacking Wander?
No, you are down by your own. That is
Well, then I'll
uninjured.
swing at that guy.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So how do I roll if I hit him? Or do I just
So
hit him?
look at your actions, and it says next to the weapon what the plus is.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your
We
plus
just
to
roll
hit?
that. 17.
Okay, so yeah, no, there's next to your weapon attacks in the actions, there is the plus for your to hit roll.
Yeah, I rolled that.
Okay, so you,
It was plus 4.
okay, and you got 17 total.
Yeah, it was
Excellent.
13 plus 4.
Oh, right. Yep. So that hits. Are you doing this one-handed or 2?
I wanted 2.
Okay, so click on the D10 plus 2 there, the bottom one.
Okay. 10.
Okay, thank you. So yes, you lash out with your flame-tongue longsword. Now, I do believe that if you have lit this on fire, yes, before the combat started, right, as you were waiting.
Yes.
Yeah. So you do an extra 2d6 fire damage, do you not?
Oh, yes.
So
Yes.
also click
So
on that.
I'll roll that.
Okay, so all you will see, Shadov lash out with his longsword from Bast, and the fire goes along the blade as his god fills it with energy. Yes.
And I got a 5 and a 1.
Okay, so tell me what happens, Shadov, as you lunge forward. How do you destroy this undead?
He seems to be scattering. The undead scatter after getting hit by others, but the flames of Bass ignite the small motherfuckers and incinerate them into a pile of ash.
Okay.
Yes, my paladin. Sends them back. Destroy. Avenge.
Okay. Thank you. And with that said, you see him lunge forward and cut this undead creature in twain as the fire laps up and burns the body. It squeals and chatters at him. And you see something interesting. The essence of this creature seems to get drawn up off it, much like in Harry Potter, what are they called? The things that were guarding the spooky flying things that suck out from your face.
Dementors?
Yes, the Dementors. Thank you. So, much like a Dementor's kiss, it draws off. You see that coming off the creature, and it gets drawn through the air and sucked into Waku's staff. And speaking of Waku, it is your turn, with Koa next.
Waku kind of yips and tries to throw an Eldritch Blast.
Mm-hmm. Point blank range, so it's disadvantage, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I know. Nothing. I've only got one touch spell. How's a 12?
Just misses, I'm afraid.
Ah, damn.
Okay, anything else?
Well, I need some temp HP. So, some of that energy just kind of swirls around as the robes start to grow around Waku once more. And he looks quite ghastly himself as he gets some temp HP.
Okay, thank you. Koa, you're next with Kadash on deck.
I rear back my great axe and I hit again.
Go for it.
16.
Hits.
For another 7 points of damage.
Okay, tell me what happens.
I cleave it in half.
Okay, yes. This time it does not slide off the blades towards you. It just collapses to the floor. But again, you see that essence rising off, and ghostly tendrils move through the air to Waku's staff.
I hope any remaining body parts on my great axe will be added to the hit to the next.
Take all of it, take all of it. Okay, thank you. Kidash, it is your turn with Wonder on deck. Oh no, the monster's on deck, but then Wonder.
Okay, there's two still approaching Wanda.
There's two approaching Wonder and one running towards you, but still not next to you. Yeah.
Okay, as a cantrip first, I would create my bonfire under one of them that's approaching Wanda.
Okay. Remind me what that does. Well, what do I need to do? Is it on my turn?
The save is Dexterity 13.
Is it happening on my turn or yours?
So it creates a magic bonfire.
Okay.
5 foot. When you cast, it must succeed on Dexterity saving throw.
Okay, thank you. Oh yeah, dirty 20. Does it take half damage or just completely jumps out the way?
If it's a cantrip, it'll be nothing.
Right, yeah, it's cantrip, wasn't it? Yeah, thank you. Okay, so yeah, you just see this little undead creature. They're very, very small, kind of halfling-sized, although they don't look like halflings in like bone structure and things. Just jumps and starts climbing Gwanda into the Furbolg cleric that's towering in front of it.
Yeah, after that, I turn to the one approaching me and
Yes.
jab it with my spear.
Okay, it is within reach. What's the roll to hit that on that one, please?
15.
Hits. And the damage?
Damage is 1d8. 7.
Okay. Again, this thing is crawling and screaming its way towards you, but you spin after casting the bonfire and lunge with your trusty total spear, and it half gets impaled, half impales itself on the spear and dies. Again, being drawn off. Okay, thank you. Nicely done. Shadov. Oh no, sorry, them.
Luigi's
call it-
Mansion style.
Right, yes. Okay. Waku, the one on you, gets a 2, misses. The 2 on Wonder, sorry, Wonder. A 16 and 8.
The 16 hits, the 8 does not.
Okay, you take... Aha, Snake Eyes. We're not doing 1T anymore. Nobody got the memo. You take 1 slashing and 1 poison. And I need that Constitution saving throw, please. Oh, no, sorry. 3 slashing and 1 poison. So 4 total. There's a plus. And the con save?
The con save was a 19 plus 2.
Oh, no problem at all. Yes. So the poison stings, but does not infect your system. Okay. Affect your system, I should say. Thank you. And it is your turn. As these things are clawing at you.
Like the one that's kind of clambering on me, can I just like... I say gently. Wonder just kind of plucks them off and puts them onto the fire.
Sure. Yeah. Let's do a grapple
Okay.
for that, I'd say, right? So please give me an athletics roll. I will do a dex roll.
Probably it's the shove action.
The athletics is another 19 plus 4.
Nice. I only got a 13, so it desperately tries to slip out of your massive cobalt Hulk fist, but it does not. And you grab onto its form and gently, calmly, serenely place it in the bonfire.
Yep.
And it's like, ah! I'm not going to give it a dex save from that because it's not jumping out of the way. It's being placed into the fire. So what's the damage, Andy?
1d8. Let me just roll that.
Please.
8.
Oh, max. Okay, awesome. So, that is down. It looks very, very worse for wear, but it is still moving within the flames. Okay, anything else, Wanda?
Can I bonus action?
Shadov, you're next.
I'm gonna hold off.
Yep.
That's me done.
Okay, Shadov, go. Your friend.
I'll attack the remaining one.
Okay, yes, so you go
Yes.
pounding, your armor clanking as you vault over the bonfire.
There's the one on Waku, and there's the 2 on
On Wanda, yes. Which one are you heading for?
Wait, wasn't the one being placed in the fire? It's burning alive, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
for
fighting
now.
the fire.
It's not. I mean,
Do I have to enter the fire?
burning alive? Burning undead? I mean, no, you can stop next to the bonfire and stab.
I mean, it's almost already dead, right? Like, give me the fresh one.
Okay, so you dance around the edge of the fire, the glinting flames reflected in your armor, and as you arrive on the other side, you attack the one that is still threatening Wanda, uninjured.
Okay.
So roll to hit.
Uh-huh.
D20
And
plus
that's,
3, plus 4.
13.
That just hits.
Hey, I'll
And
take it.
roll me that D10 plus 2, and 2D6.
All right, so
flames of vengeance.
7 plus the 2d6. 11. Wait, 7 plus 5, 12.
12. Okay, and then the original. Is that everything all together?
Yeah, that's everything all together. It was a 4 and a 1 for the 2d6, and then
Okay.
I rolled 7 for the first.
Okay. Yep, so 12 total. It is still moving, I'm afraid, but absolutely just almost your sword went through into the joint where the neck and the shoulder meet, and it cut right deep down into the chest. And you see, as it almost kind of like opens up, almost like flaps open, you see a canvas bag in the heart of this thing.
Reach in for it? Can I do that?
Not on this turn, but if you want to next time, sure. Give it a go. And you see you see a little small canvas sack inside the chest cavity of this creature, but it is still moving on the end of your blade, on fire though it may be. And Waku.
Waku
Yes.
is going to just. This thing hasn't been hurt at all in front of him. Try again to blast him.
Okay, go for it.
No, I don't want the disadvantage. He's going to force the one that's in the fire to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, okay. It's good.
14.
19, sorry.
Better than making a disadvantage thing, I guess. That's it.
Okay. Thank you. So, next up we have Koa, and then Kadash next.
Just because I find it funny, Koa
Yes.
is gonna turn to the one that Shadov cleaved into and cleave the other direction, so it makes a perfect triangle in the middle of its body.
Go for it.
Ooh, 24.
Absolutely.
Ooh, now that wasn't great damage, but I recently just got a feat, which is...
It's looking very badly hurt.
Yeah. Once per turn I can roll damage for my melee attack.
Mm-hmm.
I can re-roll the weapons damage dice and use either. So I'm
Nice.
gonna re-roll them. 7.
Okay, tell me what happens. So you're just mirroring Shadow's.
Just gonna mirror the same, like, completely perfect angle, just so this body is now cleaved into 3 parts.
Beautiful. Okay, so, it looks up hissing at Shadov and is not looking towards you as the giant axe just cuts in from the other side and it falls to pieces. And as the essence again is drawn off, the body is left there in various parts. And this is the first one that's been opened up like this. And you do see that kind of burlap, kind of small tied sack, small kind of pouch in fall out of where the chest cavity was. Okay, thank you. And Kidash, please. There is two. There are 2 left. There's one looks very, very badly injured next to Wonder, and one that looks absolutely fine next to Waku.
I'll finish off the one next to Wanda.
Sure.
I don't know if you guys recognize this. I'm quite small. This is about the same size as
Be
me.
fine.
I'll,
Yeah, it's
I'll
a fair fight.
spear this other one with my spear.
Go for it. So you go dashing up.
Yep. And a natural 1.
Oh dear. Okay. Delivers. I think you're kind of tentative because it's still in the bonfire. Now I will give it I'll give it a dex save for the bonfire on its turn here. Only a 7. So what's the bonfire damage? It doesn't jump out the way.
13.
Oh, nice. Okay, so yes, the bonfire's flames do take their toll as Wanda placed them there on their own little funeral pyre, and they do burn up and succumb to the flames. Right, the bonfire doesn't disappear, right? It keeps burning until it's extinguished.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Okay, thank you. And the last one on Waku. Uninjured. 23.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And that's going to be 5 slashing and 1 poison. Okay. And the con save.
$17.
Okay, no problem. But yeah, this thing's and as the claws like cuts into you, it's very unpleasant. Okay, and it is Wanda's turn. Should have on deck. There's one left next to Waku.
Okay. Is the one on Waku damaged at all?
Nope, hasn't been yet. Oh, that's terrifying. The way the PNG looks on stream is I don't know why it looks like that. That's really weird. It's much scarier than the actual picture.
I'm just gonna go over and whack it with my staff.
Oh, okay. Go for it.
It's the AC is 13.
Yes.
Just missed.
Oh, bad luck. Okay. Waku, no, still, no one is able to come to your aid. But then, full of regrets for the time that they accidentally stabbed you, Shadov, Paladin of Bast, strides forth. Go.
It's okay. I knew you were just scared to stab me again, but can you stab this one?
22
It's
to hit.
D10 2d6 plus 2.
All right, so the D10 is 7 plus 2, so that's 9. And then the 2d6 is 2 and 3. So
Total of 14.
9 plus, yes.
Alright, that is just enough. They have 13 HP. So, Shadov, there's a clank, clank from behind you, Waku, as the paladin in their armor stamps forth, and there is a whoosh as the sword swings through the air, trailing orange flame behind it, and it stabs down through the shoulder into the torso and pins the last one to the ground as the flames burn it up from within. It's dead. And as the adrenaline stops and finally leaves your system, comes back, as does the pain of the wounds and the sting of the the poison, but also the sounds of the jungle. I sounded David Attenborough there. The sounds of the jungle flood back in around you, and you are out of initiative.
What on earth were those things?
And why did they get sucked into Waku's staff?
Because I'm a great and powerful sorcerer. Wizard.
Deception check.
Souls?
From today, I guess I do. I don't know.
Cool,
Insight.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you trying to deceive or convince?
There's... Well, I mean, Waku only has a vague idea of what's going on.
Right? Does Waku believe that? Yeah, because that'll make it a persuasion check.
I have a dirty 20 in insight.
Yes. Koa's raised eyebrow is fierce.
It's the same roll for Waku. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
sorry.
he's a
Sorry,
warlock.
I thought it was a dirty 20.
Yeah. It's a 19.
Oh, so close. So, Koi, you're not sure. He almost convinces you, but... Now, Waku, was it persuasion or deception?
We'll say it's deception because,
You don't think you're quite capable of that?
Knife!
while Waku does believe he is a great and powerful spellcaster, He's not quite sure. He actually doesn't know.
Noted.
So kind of yeah. Well, let me say it again with the proper intonation that Koa might pick up on. Yeah, because I'm a great and powerful spellcaster.
What's draconic for honest gov? What are they?
Alrighty. To the mud pits.
Waku,
Sounds good to
do
me.
you need healing, Waku?
Yes.
Koa, that small cloth sack is still there.
A lot of the damage from the second one was actually eaten up by his temp HP, so he's not bloodied yet, but he's not looking great.
Can I
Okay.
throw the sack into the fire?
Sure.
Before we throw the sack, can we look at it?
One of us is going to end up cursed, but yes, go for it.
Okay, Wanda, are you going to open it?
Not open it, no.
For the sack.
I have the detect magic thing going though.
True.
Would that have
Yeah.
picked up
No.
on anything on the little cloth bags or
Okay,
on
there is a strong
Waku's staff?
there's a strong sense of necromancy from all.
Including Waku.
Staff.
Yes.
Aku's staff and the cloth bags have a strong sense of necromancy about them.
Okay, so if Wander had picked up on the necromancy on the little like sack, it's not gonna stop Koa from like burning it at all.
Okay. So, Koa, you get the nod from Wanda and toss it into Kidashi's bonfire, which is in no danger of spreading to the surrounding jungle as it is very magically controlled. And as you see the cloth burn up and disappear, you see that coiled within was a very brightly colored, as in the way that nature is, very poisonous looking snake. But it was lifeless, it seemed, within the sack.
No regrets.
Okay.
Can I
Um,
cast Cure Wounds on Waku?
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
What's the the
The second level.
anti-damage?
Just first level.
Ah. 6.
Okay.
Oh,
Every little helps. Thank you.
that feels good.
Now,
I take the sack and I'm like, magic is weird, and I throw it in the fire.
okay, yeah, you gather up all the other bodies as well and throw them on that bonfire, and it consumes all of that.
I make a
what are
fun
the
sport
bodies?
like golf with the great axe where I sort of like hit the bodies into the fire.
Do you say 4 or do you say fjord? Wanda, please.
What's that game? Croquet? Is it croquet? Where they
Yeah.
have a little baton thing?
Yep.
Like that.
Would we
Waku could-
recognize the snakes from, or would it like kind of ring a bell that somebody in the marketplace had something like that?
No. Well, you didn't look inside the basket that was closed. They said had poisonous snakes in it.
Okay.
They don't look like the winged snake, which is the one you saw. Yeah, as I say, Waku could ride on Kadashi. You could have a game of polo. Okay, now you deal with that, and as you do, Kadashi, going to quell the bonfire.
Yeah, it runs for like a minute and then
Nice.
like
Okay, yeah, that does what it was intended to do, and then as it dies down, you do hear a relieved sigh and a movement of the trees, and Teresa sidles into view.
Thank goodness you turned off that bonfire. Kidash, how could you light such a thing in a place such as this?
don't worry, it's well under control. And a master of the bonfire. I'll make sure it's not going to spread to yourself.
Please, be careful. My sap would go up like a roaring inferno. No. Think about it. Now. I see you found some of the other ones.
And he drops off the dead bodies of the other ones that you heard going off wander.
Waku pokes them with his staff.
Oh, don't worry, little one, they're dead.
Oh, that's good.
Hello, Lizzie.
I don't think I like them. I didn't have any treasure.
I'm afraid it's worse than the totals once said. The whole mud pits is entirely overrun, and greater creatures than these. There are some kind of warriors, mismatched armor, weapons, and some great moldering, festering bird type thing. I would not want it nesting in my branches. Not like these little ones. These are fine. You're okay. You're okay. They tickle.
Wait, looks at Kadash. What's killed him? Killed him again? Unkilled? I don't know the terminology.
I don't recommend attacking these. They are too great in number and size. The bird itself is vast.
And they're all undead.
As far as I can tell, I couldn't quite get to the root of it.
Perhaps we need to find the source. Stop who's ever controlling them.
We should branch out.
Wise words, wise words.
Cool, man, I gets it. That's funny.
Now, you should try and find Flob himself. He might know what's going on.
And who is Florp?
He is a creature of the mud.
Is he made of mud?
Yes,
Fantastic.
he's very
That's
nice.
different than the bird?
Very chill. Then the bird is some horrible, moldering, decaying, oozing monstrosity.
Now,
Flob is just mud.
I do have a question. You said he's chill?
Oh yes, he just spends his time in the pools, chatting.
But I thought
with
the pools were
turtles.
hot.
Yes.
How can he be chill if he's always hot?
Relaxed, you know what I mean.
Okay.
Leave
The
me
tree
alone.
has a sense of humor. I like it.
Now, please, head to the pits, look for Flob, see what he can tell you. I have discovered all that I can. I shall move on to High Horn and see what the portals of water have in store. Come,
Thank you for your help.
Yes, thank you for your help, Teresa.
pleasure. A great many entities all wish for this to be sorted and dealt with. I do not know what these cultists are doing, but they are the enemy of many, many beings.
Well, let's find this giant mud creature and like maybe we can kill some more of these undead things on the way. I don't know. We'll see.
Take care, my friends. Now, good luck. Toodaloo.
Toodaloo. Goodbye. Wander Kadesh, are you gonna say goodbye? Phoenix is your friend.
Wonder waves.
Okay. And you continue in the direction that the trail is following. How are you proceeding? Are we going a little stealthier, maybe?
I'm riding on Kadesh's shell.
Sneaking's probably good.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'd say so.
I
Okay,
will stealth forward.
please, yeah, let's get a group stealth check, please. Waka, you're okay.
I mean, I already rolled it.
Okay.
I guess we'll be on the ground if we're being stealthy.
Okay. So, Koa?
Riding on the turtle's back is maybe not the best idea.
18. I got 18.
Okay.
I got a 19.
Okay.
Rolled 2 19s because I have advantage on stealth for some reason.
Nice.
17.
Very good. Shadove.
Shadove, a 1, sir.
Looking for the stealth button.
Stealth is like the second to last skill.
It's in your skills in the middle.
You probably have
Oh.
disadvantage at it because of your
Yes.
armor.
I have +4, buddy.
But
Well, it's probably +4 at disadvantage.
Oh, yes.
that's what that D means. Yeah.
Okay. 19.
Oh, that'll do.
Oh, that is good. It's because your
you.
armor is so heavy it like makes too much noise.
Yeah. Okay.
That makes sense.
But even that said, he is very quiet, worried about the undead maybe, as you do
Wow, that's
creep
good.
your way through the jungle towards the mud pits. And you start to hear sounds coming from the jungle ahead. As the smell of sulfur starts to catch your nose a little, not as far as rotten eggs, but just a faint kind of tang on the back of the smells of the jungle. And you see the trees starting to thin, and you can't make out the mud pits yet, but you know that they must be in that area, and you can see a patch of open sky where the trees give way to where they must lie. And just as you do, you hear an almighty and a shadow passes over all of you, thankfully hidden away with that very good stealth check, as I thought this was apt. An undead phoenix glides over, and Waku, there's a faint as a glob of ichor or something just splashes down into the leaves by you as it passes over, as you see its chest and lower body are just ragged, just visceral, their innards half hanging out as it swoops over. And I try not to put AJ off her tea. And it swoops over and lands on a blackened tree overlooking the mud pits. And this is what you see. Come here. There you go, folks. As this undead phoenix flies across and into the space there.
It
is-
is so on us.
No, I think that's its insides.
That's worse.
Yeah, it is.
Much worse.
So yeah, let me go with the
I'm just confused. I thought phoenixes like they died and then they came back and then like that was the whole point. Like how does it die and then not come back but come back as like an undead thing? It just doesn't.
Wanda, do you want to give me a nature check, please? With advantage for your clerical abilities.
Must be a curse or something.
Thank you for that advantage. That's a 19 minus 1.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, you've heard of these, and you were able to answer Waku's musings there. These are the antithesis of phoenixes. Phoenixes always coming back to life. These are a symbol of death, decay, rot, and the relentless crush of death. As you see this huge winged creature surrounded by a dark purple aura, like a slick, greasy fog, as it swoops down and perches on that blackened tree. The flesh and feathers of the bird fall away into oozing lumps, as if it's in a perpetual state of decay. Isn't it, Urs?
What? Well, that's not a great thing.
And it is a huge creature, as in mechanically speaking as well.
The fuck?
Wander, you're the anti-undead guy here. Should we blast him? No? Okay.
Kidash, if I may confirm, you speak Aquan, do you not? Like most turtles?
Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm. You hear a voice call out to you in Aquan, in a hushed Aquan whisper.
Hey, turtle. Turtle. Over here.
Yes.
And you see, there is off in the trees, so it's not big enough to affect the foliage and stuff around it, a smaller, glooping mud pool. A couple of them actually here, still heated by the same geothermal activity, but not so large as to drive back the advances of the jungle. And you see, sticking up out over the top of the pool, with their arms up on the side of the bank and their head just poking up over the top, a mud mephit, a creature of the elemental plane of earth, poking up. And all of you see this, but you cannot understand what it's saying as it's speaking Aquan to Kidash.
Lord? Is that you?
Have we met? Have we bathed together?
No, this is my first time to your beautiful mud pits, but I was speaking with Teresa earlier, and she
She.
told us that you were looking for our help. How can we help you?
Yeah, this is our... Ooh, no, that's not what I want. Here's our friend here. Florb. You see his eyes kind of go wide as you mentioned that. And here we are. Long pointy nose and long pointy ears and muddy wings poking up over. He's like,
Well, I'm afraid I can't offer my usual hospitality at the moment. Something has gone horribly wrong. Even worse than when my brothers left.
little muddy tears start to roll down his streaks.
Aww.
I convey what we'll be saying to the rest of the group.
Yeah, well, we'll just talk as it, Kidash is translating for everyone.
Why is the mud crying?
And you could just address directly, and we'll say, yeah, it's going through via
Well,
Kidash.
how can we restore your mud pits to their natural state?
I do not know what these creatures are, but they emerged from the jungle, and they seem drawn to the heat of my lovely pools. That's one. Bits of it keep falling in my pools. It's gonna take ages
to clean all of the mud. But I don't know how to get rid of them. And look! Shh, there are some of them. Some of those other ones too. You hear a clanking of rusty mail and armor as you see some shambling skeletal warriors also moving along the edge of this sparse open land here. These ones. For some reason their art is huge. Very nasty looking things. As Teresa warned. Not something even for Koa to attack directly, maybe. Give or take.
Undead soldiers are there?
I don't know. It's difficult to see. But they are all over my mud pits, and no more turtles come to visit. It is so good to see you. Thank you for coming.
Aside from like filthying your mud pits, have they done anything, or
No,
it seemed like they had a purpose?
I don't think so. They just shamble about the place, making a mess. Please, you must help me. First, my brothers disappear, and now these things come instead.
Are the two things related? Your brother's disappearing and this thing?
I don't know. I do not think so. My brothers, they just upped and vanished. And you see, he looks reserved about something. He's keeping something back.
Attempt to persuade him to open up.
Okay, what do you say?
Come on, little buddy. If you don't tell us what's going on, how are we gonna solve your problem?
A friendly paladin of vengeance. Give me a persuasion check.
Shadow, clearly, he likes small things. That's why we get along so well.
Did you want to do it instead, or that?
Oh no, go ahead. Make your roll.
Oh, make your roll.
You have inspiration if you want to use it?
Oh, I've got +5 on persuasion.
Oh,
yeah. Should I use it?
It's up to you.
Yeah, I'm a roll.
Thank you, Lola.
13.
A 13? Okay. He's like... My place should be here. I should be welcoming all to my pits. But I wanted to go too. And I cannot figure out what it is that they did. They just submerged in the pool and they were gone. Koa, you hear Vena's voice in the back of your mind. Sounds like another portal. Another gateway to a new world to conquer.
Yes, it does sound like that, doesn't it?
You
Oh,
agree?
sorry.
You want to go conquer?
No, I'm not going to conquer. Shut up. My intuition tells me that maybe it is another portal, like before.
But it doesn't suck up the mud?
From below, potentially sucking the brothers.
Does Flail know the whereabouts of is there a platinum orb or something unusual that you've seen?
Nothing that I have seen recently, but I do sometimes see others, not undead. Some are alive.
Oh, this is very, very important. It was where did you see them?
Moving around, ignored by the undead.
Where did they go?
Just into the center of the clearing, where the pits are.
Okay. I think we need to investigate the center of the pits. I think we need to kill the undead things.
But
And possibly a third thing.
there's too many. They're too big. Look at them. Those ones. They're so well armed.
I could take it.
I think if I just like rode on Kadash's back and he ran away, I could just like keep casting. And they go down eventually, right? Like that's how it would work.
The phoenix was quite fast.
Well, that's why we shoot the phoenix first.
We take down the giant gloopy bird, and then the army of the dead below.
But
Sounds like there were some necromancers. Maybe we kill them. They all died? Question
That
mark.
was more what I was thinking was
I mean, maybe. Waku tries
I
to
mean, she
figure
went
out
through
if
the
that's how
hard
it would
way.
work.
Yeah.
if they're acting on somebody's orders, then the orders.
So we sneak into the center of the pits and find the necromancers.
if
Waku like scratches his head and tries to think if he's ever heard of such a thing because he's a great and powerful spellcaster.
if there were to be a portal, could we use that somehow? If there is such a thing.
What are you hiding?
Nothing. I'm just throwing out ideas. Sometimes they surface like a ponderous, glooping bubble.
I suppose we could like lure the skeletons over the portal, and then they sink into the portal, and they get eaten by the portal, and then they go away forever. That is an option.
We find where the portal is, yes.
But how do we activate it? It hasn't happened again. Actually, that's not true. It did happen once or twice with a couple of turtles after my brothers disappeared.
Is there like a secret underground section that has some rooms or anything?
No?
Where did they disappear?
In the pits, in the mud.
Which one?
It's happened in two of them.
Interesting.
Are the necromancers still there?
I assume so. I haven't seen anyone leave.
They're just hanging out in the middle.
I haven't gone any closer. Not with all these things around. Look at my little wings, and look at that great thing.
What do you think, Wander?
Well, if we take out the necromancer, they can't make more undead. Which, you know, if we just keep fighting the undead, and then they keep dying, and then they keep waking up.
You do recall that from the readings and what Teresa said, it would seem that this was more of a probably an elemental cultist than an undead necromancer. That's what it seems. That's what it seems. The different activities were about.
Wander will convey that, but also just he's a little fixated on the undead.
Fair. And Floor notices that he's like, if portal is activated, we can bury them all. If there is a portal.
It's true, probably.
What about your brothers?
And also
Just,
your mud pits.
Your mud pits.
Very well. The mud pits are connected to the plane of Earth. My brothers merely returned home, and now I want to go too. The mud pits would not be drained away. They are the gateway. If you submerge in one, you appear in the other. But I don't know how it's activated. I don't know what's triggered the ability to cross through. There is some kind of key, some kind of event that does that.
Can I insight check Floor?
Yeah, please.
It's a natural 20.
Oh, nice. If you got to let them fly, folks. That chap's got them there.
For a total of 23.
He seems completely legit. Like, he didn't want to reveal the presence of the portal to the plane of elemental Earth, but yeah, his brothers have returned through it, and he desperately wants to know how to trigger it so that he can also return back. And he thinks if it's triggered, you know, what he said about the undead being, you know, consumed and returned to the Earth as well, that they would be sucked through that.
What happened when your brothers returned?
I do not properly remember. I was so busy with the volcano going off. All was fire and ash raining down.
Was the volcano going off when the turtles went away too?
Yes. I was surprised they came to the mud pits on such a tumultuous day.
Sounds like it's the volcano.
But
They're looking for a portal to the plane of fire, I believe, to disrupt whatever is going on here.
well, the mud pits are created by fire. It is the volcano activity that warms them from below. But it is safe. It is safe. It is safe. We have been bathing here together for years.
Where's the volcano?
It's that one. He points to this smoking peak. It's quite far away. It's not like it was erupting into this zone. It was just scattering, embers and ash all over the place.
Kadash, what's your take on this?
I think we need to look at the cultists who are controlling all these undead around here. Do we know where they are located?
I have not seen them offering any orders or anything or controlling them. They just walk amongst them. Ignored by the creatures.
Yeah, they're two separate entities or something, right? Sus.
Should we go talk to them?
I can talk to them with my great axe.
I mean, That's plan like 1.5, right? So we talk to them, then we great axe them, and then they die. That's
Yeah.
the whole plan.
Can we walk amongst these undead guys though? They're gonna notice us.
What if we cover ourselves in mud and pretend to be them?
Fuck YOLO.
Those sacred paladin words.
Yeah. Sacred Order of YOLO.
Mud is probably a better option than, undead phoenix guts.
Yeah, probably necrotic. Probably not great.
Sounds like we got a plan. Let's mud up.
Oh, you missed a spot.
Oh, thanks, buddy. You want to get it for me?
Oh yeah, sure, real quick. There you go.
Okay.
It was your hair.
Quick montage of the two of them
Yes.
mudding each other up.
Cake yourselves in this mud. Everyone, yes? You all doing that? Okay.
I mage handed it onto my face.
Sorry, I was thinking of the Shaun of the Dead scene. This is like, okay, now you all have to pretend to be zombies.
And Waku will use thaumaturgy and turn his eyes like a kind of necrotic-looking black, gray, purpley color.
Okay. Go for it.
Done.
Okay, so everyone, give me your best zombie voice, and I'll determine if that gives you a performance check advantage or not. Okay. Who's next? Okay, Shadow. How's your zombie?
Zombies don't have lungs. They can't make noises, right?
They always do.
Oh.
Wonder?
I'm gonna opt to use my chat advantage on that one.
Absolutely. Kidash.
That is a well-known zombie phrase. Well done.
They say that all the time. Hey Kidash, how's your zombie? Your Aquan's good. You're muted, but the face was good. Quiet zombie. Okay. Everyone, you may roll me a performance check. And as convincing as your zombie was, you may roll with advantage. For being good sports. It's a group performance check.
Dirty
Usually
20.
goes. Nice. You're a good zombie.
Advantage is roll twice?
Yep, roll twice, take the higher. Koa, how'd you go?
Alright, just dirty 20.
How's your zombie impression?
Well, my first roll was a 0,
Wow.
but my second roll was a 13.
Okay.
I have -2 to performance.
Okay,
Alright,
how's
there's
yours?
the dice. There's the second dice.
Mini zombie.
16.
Okay. Wanda?
Also a 16.
Okay. Kidash?
21. Nailed it.
Okay, the silence of the grave with your boots on. Okay, nice. It's an average of 17. Is a good horde of zombies has come, clearly also drawn to the heat of the pools as these new undead, hideous undead creatures just come lurching out of the trees. Some of those skeletal warriors do take note, but then turn back again.
Give him the old hand sign.
Okay, and you start shuffling towards, and you see this large opening in the trees here, and it is uneven through the middle there. Thank you, Thamir. As Wanda, your inspiration immediately comes back. Everyone has too many channel points. Thank you, everybody. Hey, Sarah. And you go shambling and wandering across as your best zombie selves, living your best zombie lives as you make your way towards the center. And you see the steaming vents and openings in the ground where it is broken, and there's yellowish deposits of the sulfur around these vents where the steam is coming out. And you see beyond them a number of kind of pathways that are kind of worn through this, clearly by countless total visitors from Ahoy Hoy. And you do see in the distance where it just kind of dips out of sight as these mud pits open up in the ground. And you do see a strange sight, as in the middle of these 3 large indentations, steaming and glooping and bubbling away in the center of this clearing, there is a tent. A very plain, unassuming looking one, tall enough to stand in.
About how wide is it?
I'd say about 20 foot to a side. Quite big.
Like 20-foot radius?
It's
Diameter.
a square. Yeah, it's a square one.
Okay. So, like, do we want to just take them out or what?
Whoa, let's have a talk first. You wanna? No.
I'm not
Texas,
I'm not good at sarcasm, Shadov. Was that sarcasm?
Texas, that's if you want to give disadvantage.
Are any sentries outside the tent?
Doesn't seem so. They probably feel quite protected already.
Any signs of life or unlife from the tent?
Not at the moment. There might be someone inside. It's closed on the sides.
Has it been 10 minutes since Wonder cast the detect magic? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now. Hang on, let me roll the dice here. Koa. randomly chosen here.
Mm-hmm.
There is a very unpleasant feeling as a large clump of fetid, decaying flesh lands on your shoulder and slowly rolls off before slopping onto the floor at your feet. And you smell before it cries out as that giant undead phoenix has skipped down off its perch like a vulture. You know how vultures kind of bounce across the ground, and it's come towards you, and its skeletal head cranes down towards all of you, looking around closely. And then it cries out in anger. And you just see like ragged, like gashes in its throat as it's trying to cry, but it's unable to make any noise, like because of just the wounds that it has, and falling to pieces as it is. And it does not look convinced.
Plan B. I jump on its beak and try and stab its eyes.
Okay, give me an acrobatics check.
Can I give assistance with like a boost?
Yep. Do the help action, absolutely.
I approve of this plan.
19.
19, fantastic. Okay, so yeah, as it lunges down towards you with its beak, going to peck at you, you spring and leap, and you can make an attack action.
24.
Nice, hits.
for 6 points of damage.
Okay. It's, yeah, you just cut viciously into the creature, but it barely seems affected. It definitely was, damaged. Everyone,
Does
what
it
do you
matter
do?
that it was the eye? Like, is it a disadvantage because it's half blind now?
It is dead. So
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm sure it's just like mush that I shove something into at this point.
Yeah, I didn't want to go too far into the description. For my own sake. Okay. So, what do you do? This thing is looking violent and vengeful, as Shadov you would recognize. What do you do? Koa,
Do
did
we have
that,
to roll for
Swaku?
initiative?
Huge.
just go around the
Is that
overlay here.
huge? Is that 10 feet?
15. That's large.
Yeah.
Is there any movement from the tent?
Not yet, no.
Waku. Says, I'll take care of the tent. Bye. And he casts invisibility.
Okay, Waku disappears. Shadov, what do you do?
The fuck? Oh boy.
Texas zombie, bite it back.
All right, we're gonna.
The zombie is over here with the zombies. He's in your corner.
All right. This thing is big, right?
It's huge.
Can I?
And
Cut off its
Koa
feet.
is like clinging onto its neck, which is a horrible experience, Koa. You gonna use your
I
sword?
thought I was on its
I'm
beak.
gonna.
Oh yes, yeah, on the front, yeah.
I'm like straddling the beak.
Okay. It's trying to shake you off, and like there's just bits of it showering off as it's trying to shake you. Shadov, what do you do?
I'm gonna. As Koa distracts it on the beak, slashing its eyes, I'm gonna dash for its little undead feet. And first cast Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, you're not gonna use. There's a bonus action.
It isn't. It's a bonus action.
Yes. So you're doing Hunter's Mark, not the sword.
Can I not do both?
Nope. Only one bonus action a turn, I'm afraid.
Wait, did I use one already?
It's just-
Activating
in,
the sword is a bonus action.
Yeah, in one turn you get one action, one bonus action, and your movement.
Oh, I didn't
So
know activating
you
the
can-
sword is a bonus
Yeah,
action.
saying the command word is the bonus action.
All right, well I'll do that. Swing at the feet.
Well, you're doing Hunter's Mark, right?
If I can't use the flame thingy, then no. I'll cancel that.
Okay.
Undo that.
I see. Right. So, thank you.
So you
I mean,
should
this is what I was waiting for. I'm gonna roll one of Emma's dice here. I'm gonna roll one more d10 here to see which of you lucky people gets one attack at you. Sorry, I don't want to feel like I'm picking on you, Waku, but it's. Oh no, you went invisible. It's okay. Can't see you.
I'm in
Can't
this
see you.
tent, right?
Damn it! Okay, he disappeared. Okay, that would be Wonder then. That's kind of good. You know, the life cleric attacked by the undead here. This thing lunges out with Koa on the beak as its eyes cannot see, but it does seem to sense in other ways as it goes for you with its claws. Actually, it has 3 attacks, so I'll go for one for each of you lucky people. Shadov, 13?
13 what?
Miss to hit your armor class, misses, right?
Oh, 16.
Yes. Okay, good. Sorry. And Kidash, another claw lashes out. Natural 20. Sorry, buddy. As it lashes out towards the turtle druid here, and that will be 11 slashing there. Going for that second one there. Okay, so it's 11 slashing damage. And Wonder, that beak. Actually, I'm gonna give you one chance here. Koa, make me an athletics check. DC 15. Absolutely, Texas. Yeah, all kinds of. Oh, beats it. Okay. It goes to open its beak and try and bite at Wonder, but you clamp your arms and you see the barbarian's muscles rippling as they hold the beak shut. And it will try and hit you with the beak, but it won't be able to do its decaying bite, unfortunately. It's a 24. But it is just bludgeoning damage as it bashes you, partly with its beak, partly with Koa. Slams the barbarian into you. And you take, what's that, 4, 6, 10 bludgeoning damage, Wonder. As this beak and barbarian, the beak barbarian combo, that time-old combat maneuver, bashes into Wonder, and you see Wonder get knocked back onto the ground. And as this creature just rides its head around, and you can see this horrible necrotic energy around the beak. And Shadov, as we said, it's your turn, and you speak the command word. Do you remember it? What's the command word?
Bast.
That's not what it was.
Shit.
That is a cool cat. Is the command word.
Bastille is what it was.
Oh, there.
There you go. Close. You're halfway there. You're halfway there.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
So yes, you just see Shadov, okay, bring the sword to his face in a salute almost, and he calls out. And he calls out, Bastille! And you see the sword erupt in those flames, those same flames that you've seen before. And a great many things happen at once. As the open flame is brought within 10 feet of these mud pits, that is the key to trigger the portal. It was the embers and the glowing coals from the, not coals is the wrong word, the little embers and things that came down from the volcano that triggered the portals before. And the fire triggers the portals in the mud pits, and you see all of them start to bubble and boil as Shadow's flaming sword illuminates the scene. And as you are doing these very unzombie things, all of the other undead see you, and all of those skeletal warriors start charging towards you, and the undead phoenix spreads its dripping wings, and that oily miasma surrounds all of you. But as it does so, all of the mud pits, like 3 geysers erupting as the portals open. And the skeletons, as they're running towards you, are suddenly fighting to not be drawn to the sides, but they can't. They slip and they slide on the muddy, slippery surface, and they are dragged into the bubbling, roiling surfaces. And the phoenix is also fighting, beating those decaying wings harder and harder, trying to take to the sky and get away. But the energy of the portals is pulling, drawing the undead presence that is around their boiling, bubbling shores. And Koa, please give me a dexterity saving throw.
I'm gonna use my
Inspiration? Go for it. Yes.
14.
A 14. Okay. You see Koa, surprised by the sudden motion of this phoenix being dragged, pulled across the surface of the ground towards the portals. And Waku, even from your low point of view here, peering out through the legs invisibly of your friends there, you see the phoenix get dragged over the edge, sliding on the mud into the pool, disappearing. And you see Koa still desperately clinging onto the beak as the head disappears over, and she also goes over the edge into the pit. And all of your hearts are in your mouths, and there's a long moment. And then, Koa, how do you dramatically return from out of view? So you just see her erupt and stab that ever-present knife into the bank, pull herself up out of the pits, as the pull of these portals does not seem to affect the living. And these undead creatures are dragged into the mud pits, through the portals, and off to the plane of elemental earth. And you see a very happy Florb come flapping and skipping and dripping out of the trees. He's like, yes, yes, you've done it. They're gone. They're gone. All of them are gone. How was it done? What did you do?
Definitely on purpose. There was some things happening, stabbing in the eyes, invisible kobolds.
What is the key? What is the key?
Swords. One of those things did it.
I explained to
Fiery sword.
Shadow's fire sword.
Okay. He's like, oh, thank goodness. Okay, right. Well, now I can go too. Right. Please, start it again. Start it again. And...
Invisible Waku is going first.
Okay. And as the portals have settled down, the mud is stopped boiling and roiling up out of the pits. It's almost impossible to see the wisps of smoke from the disappeared undead, all wafting through the air towards an invisible kobold's necromantic cane. As he scuttles along, not paying its attention himself, towards the tent. And you see, Waku, as the tent's flap is thrown open, and a tall tiefling with 4 horns coming off its head appears out of the tent. He's like, you shall do no such thing, and you shall not interrupt the cults of eternal flame. And they hold out a staff with a glowing ember on the end, like a red ruby, growing angrily with flame internally lit with anger as they confront you. But that is a tale from another time, as we will have to stop there for today. Thank you, everybody. Well done. For inadvertently setting off the portals. that is actually the trigger for the portals that's in the module itself as well. That's in the location.
Oh,
we have
lucky.
Yes, well done. Okay, so there we go, everyone. We will be leaving the Snout of Omgar for today, but we will be back next week, and we only have three more excursions here to this tropical island of ours. So it is, as Ori said, going to escalate more and more as we come to the conclusion of our adventure here on this island. So, a huge thank you to everyone who's joined us today. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you all here. A huge thank you to my players as well. And last but not least, a huge thank you to the wonderful CZRPG for giving us a copy of their Encounters in Chult to give away. And that is what we shall do. I am quickly going to go through what's coming up this week. If you have not already, please enter the giveaway for your chance to win this PDF of this incredible supplement from this best-selling DMs Guild author. Let me quickly do that in chat there. Okay, so yes, jump in there if you have not already, and I will be drawing the winner after this quick rundown here. Tomorrow we are in our offline game, but Wednesday evening in North America, Thursday morning until lunchtime over here, or wherever you are in the world, we will be back in the Underdark for Out of the Abyss. Then, later on Thursday, we'll be back in Barovia, also climaxing to a confrontation against Strahd, as they have discovered what they need to do for Argynvost, the Silver Dragon, to get the final weapon to use against Strahd in their attempts to return Barovia to its rightful place and deal with the Dark Lord. Then, we'll be on Friday back in Avernus for Descent into Avernus, as our group of adventurers are hoping to start a concert and entice the huge demon Krokektuek to come barreling towards the city of Elturel and shatter its chains, that they may be able to save it and release it and return it, for they have the keys from Mad Maggie for which to rescue whatever creature it is inside that ball of crackling lightning and eldritch power that hangs above the city, and hopefully they'll be able to save the people and their friends from becoming part of the Infernal Legions. And then on Saturday, we'll be back on the Sword Coast in Candlekeep. We have arrived, and, well, I say in Candlekeep, they're kind of whisked off into an extra dimensional spot at the moment, but do head on over there and give them a watch on Saturday as they continue their Candlekeep mysteries. Now, that is that. I am going to close the giveaway now. Boop. Okay, there we go. All of the entries are in, and tonight's copy of Encounters in Chult goes to... Ta-da! Spinner! Congratulations! I will be sending the link for you to download that to your Twitch Whispers. Do keep an eye on that, and I'll do that very soon. A massive congratulations to you, and thank you, my lovely players, and I will see you all. Thank you, CZ, for your kind support, and I will see you all next time, and I'll see you, Waku, on Friday in Avernus, in a different guise, a bigger draconic figure. And thank you all so much. But do stick around for the raid. If you got them, let those phoenixes fly. And also stick around for news of something that is coming up. Once Avernus is gone, we will be very sad, but something old moving on makes way for something new. So, have a look at this little teaser, which I think should work properly today. It better work properly today. It was a bit of a janky thing on Friday. Please have a look at this coming up from Phoenix Ueki and the incredible CZRPG. In October, we will be delving into Jacenta's tyranny. Like this. Hey everyone, bye. Oyasuminasai.